Hi everyone, I've got fighting formations back on the table. This is scenario number 4, Operation Max und Moritz, and what we have here are some objectives. There's 4 of them on the map, and they're being defended by the Soviets on top of a hill. And on the hill there are a series of pillbox type and concrete bunkers. And the German forces started that side of the map and worked their way across open ground, and there are unknown defences along here, so we've got some of those. I've just done the first turn and I thought I'd pause for a minute just to have a chat about how the first turn went. The Germans really concentrate on 2 main areas, both the 2 flanks. This flank here, where they've made some progress but taken really heavy losses, and but were able to engage the Soviets in close melee combat. And then at the top of the map here, pretty much the same sort of progress, some heavy losses, but were able to inflict some losses on the Soviets as well. If you're not familiar with fighting formations, it's a platoon scale game. So these are not squads exclusively, they're mostly platoons, although when they get reduced reduced down to squads. So here we've got some platoons, for example, of rifles in defence, whereas they're being attacked by a couple of platoons of pioneers. Now the next turn, this game will change a little bit as there are German armour. There's a couple of platoons of and squads of Stugs going to enter the game, and then the Germans get some reinforcements later again, and then the Soviets get some reinforcements later again with some KV-1s and some T-34s. So yeah, still quite a lot of drama to go through. I would say after the first turn, yeah, significant losses, really, because it's crossing open ground. Both sides have some artillery that they've used, and I have to say it was particularly ineffective. So there you go. So yeah, we'll have a look at the next couple of turns and see how we get on. So we've just done another couple of turns, and yeah, this is proving out to be a really great scenario. So the Germans have just been able to hold on to this flank here. Now they do have some Soviets behind them, as it were, or to the side of them here, though they have got some, they've taken some casualty markers. And this side, they've lost some units, but have just been able to hold on to that area of woodland there. The Stugs have traversed up the hill and at fairly point blank range engaged in these series of pillboxes here, but to no great effect yet. Now what's going to be interesting is in this coming turn is, I'm not sure if it's on camera or not, but we've got a whole bunch of German reinforcements coming on from this side here. Grenadiers, some MG34 squads, or squads with MG34s, platoons, and some motor recon. And what I think the Germans would do in this particular case, knowing they'll be able to hear the gunfire of the Stugs against these pillboxes, hear small arms fire over here, I think what they'll do is circle through this road here behind this hill, traverse the hill into this area here, and then engage maybe with this series of pillboxes through the woods here, so that the Germans have got both sides and a rear engagement as well. Now in a couple of turns after that, what we're going to be having is Soviet armour coming in from this side of the map. So yeah, going to be super interesting how that all plays out. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun so far. It's great to see sort of this drama unfolding, which is a lot of fun and brilliant narrative playing out. At one point, I thought the Germans really had it. They just took a lot of casualties. In particular, these Maxim machine guns and these pillboxes. This one. And it took them a while to capture this pillbox here and took horrific casualties as a result of that. But so let's see how the next few turns play out. So I just played another couple of turns. The Germans were able to move up off the board and come into this area here. They were also able to remove the final couple of Soviet rifle squads from down here at the bottom of the map. On the opposite scale, though, the Soviets were able to inflict some casualty markers on the platoons at the top side of the map just there. Now, the Germans look to be in a pretty good, strong position. They are unable to remove these platoons of rifle in their bunker complex here with those Stug platoons, but they look pretty good in the sense that I think we've got some excuse me, got some grenadiers moving up to engage probably in close combat into those there. And if this top side here can just hold on, then they'll look to be pretty good. Conversely, the Soviets are very well dug in and they are holding on to these bunker complexes incredibly well. Now, the next couple of turns, we're going to see some Soviet armour entering the map, which will mix things up nicely. So we'll see how we get on. So just played a couple more turns, and the Germans are having a very hard time of it dislodging the Soviet rifle squads and platoons from these hexes here. These are the three key objectives that they're trying to get, and having a real hard time of it getting them out. In addition to that, we've got Soviet armor. We've got T-34s, KV-1 platoons, some more T-34s moving up this road here, and they've been stalled by this motor recon squad, who the armor are trying to dislodge from this building hex here, and they've been unable to do that currently. So at the minute, or in addition, sorry, I should also say, these machine guns, Soviet machine guns here, and we've got a Maxim platoon here, have been able to eliminate all the German units from this wood area here. So at the minute, it's not looking that great for the Germans. It's looking difficult for them to take and hold those objectives. This armour column should be able to move up this road in the next turn, and really the Germans are going to need to move their Stugs in to be able to defend this hill whilst they're trying to capture these key objectives. So we'll see how that plays out in the next couple of turns. So I finished the game, and the German forces were not able to take really these key objectives. They were able to take this one here, this one not able, and this one not able. Very fierce fighting, close combat, melee fighting within these bunker complexes. They were able to get rid of the Maxims out of this pillbox from these MG34 teams here, both at platoon level and at squad level. The Soviet armour was able to finally get rid of this recon unit, which actually fought incredibly well against them and held them up in this hex here, and then started to engage the Stugs at fairly close range. The Stugs had the height advantage, but they weren't able to take advantage of that enough to be able to repel the Soviet armour. Basically, the upshot is that the Germans just couldn't take these bunker complexes quick enough to get rid of the Soviet forces that were holding on to them. The Soviets were able to repel them every single time. So yeah, we're going to call it there. That is the end of the game. A really close game that could have gone either way, I felt. There were a couple of pivotal moments. If I was to play it again, or the next time I play it, how would I play it differently? I think broadly speaking, the Soviets did really well, and I feel like I played them, especially them, to the best that they could have done in this scenario. I think maybe I could have played the Germans better, and maybe the Germans just weren't quite decisive enough, weren't quite aggressive enough in the middle game, I would say, and maybe a little bit at the end game. Certainly the beginning they were, but could have used them better, I think. Maybe especially the Stugs. But yeah, very close game. I love this game. I play it a lot. I've played all the scenarios in the game. I've got the expansion. I've played all the scenarios in the expansion too. It is probably one of my go-to platoon scale games. The game took a while to play. This is not I think one of the things that people get confused with this game, it looks like a squad-based game. And even though there are squads, so for example, this Pioneer, that's a squad level. It really is a platoon scale game, and therefore, because you're reducing platoons down to squads, takes a longer to play, and the turns take longer to play than most squad level games. I played it over a series of evenings, so it's difficult to know exactly how long it took, but I'm going to say sort of ballpark 4, maybe a little bit longer than 4 hours. Probably takes about half an hour to do a turn, something like that. So, and it's best played at a fairly slow, leisurely pace, I felt, to make the most of the game. But a very enjoyable experience, a great rich narrative playing it solo, which I very much enjoyed. And yeah, thank you very much for watching.